It's David here. I'm now into 9 months nearly of the carnivore diet, and I've made a lot of observations along the way, and I've got a few more today, but I'd really appreciate some feedback on some of the issues I'm about to raise. But just to start with, my friend Mick, who was going to give us an update, he's been working away for 4 weeks. So I can't wait for him to get back. Everything's going well, and then he'll give us a live update, and that'll be great. So that's the first thing. Now, I mentioned in an earlier video how when I ate food that had been breadcrumbed or battered, that it depressed me. Well, this is an issue that just kept going. Now, it got to the point where I'm not sure if the diet's got anything to do with it, but I was getting depressed more and more, and this is in a realm where there's nothing wrong. You've got to understand that. There's nothing really wrong. So I couldn't work it out. So I started doing a bit of study on dopamine and some of the feel-good chemicals, and I looked at the pathway from phenylalanine that we do get from the meat right through to dopamine. And one of the complex equations right at the end required vitamin C to in the production of dopamine, and that gave me some cause for concern. So what I did, I bought some vitamin C, and I took vitamin C for a week or a little more, and nothing changed. So that wasn't the issue. But my friend said, you know, people who are feeling depressed eat, chocolate makes them feel better. So I thought, well, I'll give it a go. So I bought some 85-90% dark lind chocolate, and over a period of, say, a week, I ate probably one of the 100-gram bars every day. I just had a little bit morning, a little bit at lunch, a little bit at dinner. And look, believe it or not, it worked. I started feeling better. All this could be just coincidental, and I know that, correlation isn't causation, but it seemed to work. But the other good thing about it is I actually, after those 4 or 5 days, I actually didn't buy any more. I stopped. It was getting just a little bit too delightful. So I stopped. But the good feeling continued. So if the chocolate is adding something to the diet, whatever it is isn't that water soluble that you're getting rid of it straight away. It'll be 3 or 4 days now since I've had any, and I'm still in a good mood. So that's just something, it might be unrelated. I could have some other problem going on, but I don't think so. But chocolate definitely helped. And the dark chocolate isn't sweet, so it didn't set off any insulin surges or any problems with always being hungry. It just helped. So that's the first thing. Now, I'm not going to take it every day, obviously. It's very high in calories. But when I do get bad again, if I do, I know the answer. And you only need like 2-3 little squares to make the difference. So that's one thing. Now, this thing I'm going to tell you is a lot more controversial. Now, I don't know, but I've had a skin cancer on my ear now for a while, and it hurt, and it was scaly and dry, and I was picking at it. It was like a squamous cell carcinoma, and I noticed over the last 2 weeks it started disappearing, and it's just about gone. Now, here's the thing. I don't want people to think that I'm saying the carnivore diet cures cancer in any way, shape or form. But I was talking to a friend actually today, and she told me, she said, that's really understandable. I was just chatting to her, and she said, that's really understandable, because if you deprive yourself of sugar, cancer goes into remission, or cancer can't replicate. Now, I don't know whether that's right or wrong, and please tell me your views, because I only heard that today, but it seems to make a bit of sense, the way she explained it to me. And so that wasn't purely as a result, say, if that's true, that's not purely as a result of the diet. That is just simply restricting all sugar, which is what I've religiously done, with the exception of those few pieces of chocolate. It was like no soft drink, no sugar, nothing. You know, the only sugar I'm probably getting a bit of lactose because I drink milk in my coffee and stuff like that. But other than that, it's a pretty astonishing turnaround. And like I say, I don't want to make any outrageous claims, but I would like some feedback on that, if you don't mind. They're about the two major things that have happened. I'm still sitting at 94 kilos, but I'm getting bigger. I'm getting, because I'm working out, walking every day, I'm getting bigger, stronger. And now I do follow this argument that some people have told me about, where you replace muscle with fat, because there's no reason I'm not losing weight. But I'm getting, you know, my clothes are fitting me better, so it is working. And I'll go to this now. I've been walking now. I just measured it today. It's actually 3 kilometres, my little walking track. I thought it was 5. But I've been doing that every day now for a couple of months. And doing my weights every second day for a couple of months. Oh, well, more than that now. It's probably 3 months, going on 4 months. And without going on the diet, none of this would have been possible. And it's all to do with not feeling hungry. That's the killer of all diets, I believe. So, you know, the carnivore diet to me started off as a weight loss thing, but geez, I'm seeing a lot of other benefits, and I'm getting a lot of willpower to do other stuff. Now, that's about it for this update. I just want to do a little shout out to a colleague of mine called Carl. Now, Carl's in a position of some power in my circle, and we made an error that could well have been fatal for us in business terms. But Carl showed a great deal of leadership and compassion, but a great deal of leadership, and treated us very well. So I just wanted to make mention of that as a kind of thank you to him. I hope he watches this video. But so that's it for now. When I come back next time, I should have Mick. He's due back next week, I think. And I'll give you an update on Mick, and he's going really well. Other people around me, now it's a strange thing, I'm not being a great advocate, except that I'm telling my story. I'm not being religious about it. But my partner started eating more protein, less salad, starting to lose weight. A couple of the girls I deal with uptown, same thing in business. So you do have an influence, but you've really got to lead, and it's probably true for everything in life. You've got to lead by example, and then if you persevere, other people do take notice. They're watching, and it's just an amazing feeling that, you know, some of this stuff I'm doing is making a nice positive change in other people's lives, and I hope it makes a difference in your life or confirms what you think. But I'll leave it at that. But just on those couple of items, that's the chocolate and the skin cancer, being sugar dependent, I'd love some feedback on that, because I haven't had time to research it thoroughly, and I'd like to know if you've got any other experiences too. So thank you very much, and I'll give you a much bigger update next week when Mick gets back. Okay, thank you.